washed in blood and corruption. Fire that only kindness can cool. Those cries that fill the night shout out for love and salvation. Are we to hear yet turn and walk away? Or should we stand with hands outstretched to show protection and boldly still the fears that make them stray? There's a missing generation out there who cares. We better find them. They are dying, disappearing everywhere. Who cares? We better find them. Somebody better pray. Somebody better pray. There's a missing generation, and soon if we don't find them, they're surely going to find us one day. There's a missing.
Talk City 91.1 FM. Talk.
Cabinet has approved the establishment of the regulatory framework for the registration.
Making the news at this time. News today that U.S. Embassy personnel working with Trinidad and Tobago law enforcement carried out a joint operation which led to the arrest of 3 Trinidad and Tobago nationals on drugs and firearms-related charges in the United States. One of the persons detained in the December operation is a member of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. The U.S. Embassy has confirmed that members of the Drug Enforcement Administration's vetted unit, supported by the TTPS Special Investigative Unit and the Transnational Organized Crime Unit, executed 3 provisional arrest warrants. Arrested were Raphael Joseph, Michael McSween, and Cleavon Prasad. It is reported that Joseph is an active duty police officer with the TTPS. The 3 men are charged in the Eastern District of New York with conspiracy to import cocaine into the United States, along with firearms-related offenses. Commissioner of Police Alistair Guevara confirmed the arrest of a member of the TTPS and said that a person is now awaiting deportation. He further noted that this joint operation reflects the strength of our international partnerships and our unwavering commitment to accountability at every level of the organization. In other news, Carnival band members have expressed concern regarding parade route management and recurring logistical challenges which arise periodically during Carnival operations. This came as they met with the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service and the National Carnival Commission on Tuesday to discuss important Carnival security matters. In an immediate response to their concern, Deputy Commissioner of Police and the Gold Commander for the Carnival, DCP Suzette Martin, told the stakeholders it is important they ensure early registration, route compliance, and interagency coordination. The Carnival Gold Commander also reminded the band leaders that all music trucks must meet TTPS and Transport Division specifications. DCP Martin said appropriate licensing and permitting remain mandatory and compliance with safety regulations and public road use policies is non-negotiable. And she reiterated that responsible planning, regulatory compliance, and mutual cooperation will guarantee a safe, orderly, and world-class carnival experience for all. The APT James Fast Ferry is expected to return to full service on the Inter-Island Sea Bridge on Friday, 9th January 2026. This advisory from the National Infrastructure Development Company Limited via a press release. The APT James was taken out of service on November 20th, 2025 to undergo its mandatory 5-year dry docking. This is a comprehensive survey that ensures the vessel's continued safety, operational efficiency, regulatory compliance, and structural integrity. The works were carried out at the AMT Goliath, a semi-submersible floating dock. NITCO thanked the public for its patience and cooperation during the dry docking period and gave a renewed commitment to ensuring the safety and reliability of the sea bridge. Taking a look at sports, Trinidad and Tobago sprinter Leah Bertrand says winning the 2025 TTOC and N3A's TT Sportswoman of the Year awards means so much to her. The sprinter expressed gratitude to God, her coaches, family, and supporters, adding that the award further motivates her to continue pushing and representing Trinidad and Tobago in the best way possible.
Winning Sportswoman of the Year means so much to me. Every time I get to represent Trinidad and Tobago is such an honor. So to be recognized for this, it really feels so special. I'm so grateful to God, to my coaches, to my family, and to everybody who continues to support me. Winning this award, it only further motivates me to continue pushing and representing Trinidad and Tobago in the best way possible.
And that's the news to 6 a.m.
Watch the passion building and the voices roaring.
Trinidad and Tobago, this one is for you. Come, put all your differences on pause. It's time for unity because this land is mine as well as yours. So, take off them old cultural masks. In our oneness, let us bask. This is a national task. Politics aside, on the patriotic river we go ride, and we must row against the tide of division and race. If this Trinbago, our tomorrow is in our hands today. Every citizen now lift up your voice and say, we are Trinbagonians and we can't let no man destroy the beauty that we possess. Yes, from we natural spaces and we world-class places to the love and warmth in which we all dress. Spirit of independence and republicanism too awakens the patriotism inside of me and you. Sing your anthem, lusty, as your flag flies, lusty. Every Trini coast to coast, but country first. My sweet DMT. When one of we nationals shine bright, we paint the land red, black and white. Yes, every man we does unite. Then it doesn't have no them and we. Unity in plurality. One nation, one destiny. Trinity to the bone is the only anthem we have ever known. It's just the politics alone that make we play games. From Manny to Key, Crawford or Young Chief, Soca Warriors of Babel. With the same national pride, we are the swell. Why? We are Trinbagonians and we can't let no man destroy the beauty that we possess. Yes, from we natural spaces and we world-class places to be loved and warmth in which we all dress. Spirit of independence and republicanism too awakens the patriotism inside of me and you. Sing your anthem, lusty, as your flag flies, lusty. Every Trini coast to coast, but country first. Lest we drowning in complacency, taking for granted we beauty. We just say God is a Trini. Oil and a pitch lake with fertile soil, human resources on the coil, but a potato honest toil. Negative effect. Drug culture is a social bottleneck. We have to manage and correct before we implode. We must make a vow from today somehow to change the attitude. The motto and we watchwords must inform we mood. Why? We are Trinbagonians and we can't let no man destroy the beauty that we possess. Yes, from we natural spaces and we world-class places to belong, and warmth in which we all trust. Spirit of independence and republicanism too awakens the patriotism inside of me. And you sing your anthem, dusty as your flag flies. Every Trinity coast to fall. Country first. Country first. My sweet, sweet Trinidad and Tobago. So, this is a time of reckoning, 'cause a new day is beckoning in this land of queens and kings. Yes, we have more World Cup games to play, Olympic goals more on the way, and more world beauties go sachet. Written in the fate, Trimbago already destined to be great, long before Columbus navigate in the 15th century. Religion and race cannot put no space between people who are one in this blessed paradise in the Caribbean. Why? We are Trinbagonians and we can't let no man destroy the beauty that we possess. Yes, from we natural spaces and we world-class spaces to belong and wanted.
Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang.
The Ground Report. The Ground Report.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Time check is 11 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock. Are you listening to the Ground Report? But you know we must start with God.
Water you turned into wine. Open the eyes of the blind. There's no one like you. None like you. Into the darkness you shine. Out of the ashes we rise. There's no one like you. None like you.
For those of you online, watch the God dance.
Our God is greater. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang. God, you are higher than any other. Our God is healer. Awesome in power. Our God. Into the darkness you shine.
Lennox Smith, you ain't watching the God dance, boy?
Out of the ashes.
So go put something there for you to watch the God dance soon. Jared, put something in studio for you to watch the God dance, partner.
None like you.
You're assuming that I am not, or I don't have something. I have something, my friend, and you're very conspicuous.
Boy, oh boy.
Right.
Our God is healer. Awesome in power. Our God. Our God. Our God is greater. Our God is stronger. God, you are higher than any other. Our God is healer. Awesome in power. Our God.
must say pleasant good morning for those of you that look on online already. Nancy. And for those of you that look on to us on Real Media TT on YouTube, you all are not on the chat at this point, well, you're on. But we're working on that when it comes into on the chat. You know, go on there, but all you are on. So I won't be seeing you all comments, but I'll be watching you all comments and I'll separate something for now. That will be dealt with. If not today, it will be put in place tomorrow. But I must say in the morning to Nancy, Pamela, Carmen. Hey, Ishmael Khan, a pleasant good morning to you. Ruby Sami, good morning. Afrina, Mohammed, a pleasant good morning to you. Hey, Batilla Rhodes, good morning. Mina Rodriguez, a pleasant good morning to you. Cyril, good morning. Janet Singh, Kaladin, a pleasant good morning to you. Hey, Rajesh, Samaru, good morning. Hey, Diane Ramota. Good morning, girl. Philip, Fat Boy, how are you going, my brother Ricky? Ramota, pleasant good morning to you. Anne Marie Amen, good morning. Hey, YouTube, Real Media TT are coming to you all. Don't worry, I'm coming to you all separate until I get that in order. Because I invite you all to Talk City 91.1 FM. I must say sorry about the little small glitches here and there. But with God, by God, all is possible. Hey, Wendy and John, good morning. D'Souza, good morning. Dave Mirage, a pleasant good morning to you. Joanny Jagroup, good morning. Boudram John, a pleasant good morning to you. Rolly, good morning. Oh God, there's so much of you all. Remember, this time I can't call all the names, eh? We're playing for time now. So who early, I hail you all out. Who late, well then you all wouldn't be hailed out. So you all know, well, you know what you have to do? Get the hell up early. Yeah, get up early for that recognition, not so? Stefan, Ram Sarup, good morning to you. Hey, Michelle, good morning. Hey, Joyce Singh, good morning. Sudesh, Sukhdeo, good morning to you. Aaron, good morning, Aaron. Yes, Aaron Simon, good morning. Afriza D. Mohammed, a pleasant good morning to you. So much of you all done lock on, boy. Wow. Nigel Black, good morning. Seamal, good morning. I'm Mongaroo, eh? Oh boy. Hey, Curtis, Stefan Henry. Senior, good morning to you, my brother. Tara, Brandon, good morning. Rick Lutchman, good morning. Samantha, pleasant good morning to you. Sean Nelson, good morning. Raquel, good morning to you, girlie. Krishna, pleasant good morning to you. Sonita, good morning. Biznat Prasad, pleasant good morning to you. Nice. Brian, Ramdio, good morning. Well, all right, I'm done on that part there. So now let me just hail out the Real Media TT YouTubers that are not seen earlier just today. That will be dealt with tomorrow, please God, okay? But no, don't worry, I'm watching all here via my phone. I'll be watching you all. And I'll still make sure I see you all comments. Or I'll put up all here on the next screen there while we see all your comments and things this, right? I'm feeling God in the studio this morning.
There's no one like you. Bang, bang, bang. for us,
then who can really stop us?
and if our God is with us, then what can stand against? And if our God is for us, then who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us, then what can stand against? Stand against.
Bang, 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 bang.
Nice, nice. I must say a pleasant good morning to Lennox Smith. A pleasant good morning to you. Director Snipes, a pleasant good morning to you. Lennox, what we have on the front burner this morning?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Of course, a pleasant good morning to all and sundry, East, West, North, South, Central in Trinidad, our friends in Tobago. I know that you have a date with destiny on Monday. That is to say the THA election. So we hope to maybe put in a presence. We still have a couple more days or several more days to do so. Once, of course, we are invited, you know, normally we have to get, of course, all the resources put together, staying, traveling, as well as, of course, transport from Trinidad to Tobago and vice versa. But as I said, I remain optimistic. I did speak to one or two persons yesterday on that matter, even if we have to come maybe just for 2 days, as the case may be, as we did, of course, in St. Vincent, and do what we do best, and that is to say, to give a free, fair, frank, and, of course, assessment of the situation on the ground. Where we are from in Trinidad at this point in time, I want to say, of course, that some of the revelations that are coming forward with respect, of course, to statements such as coming from Shanfa Kojo. Suddenly she has come out from under the political rock, if you want to call it that, having been, of course, in some kind of hibernation, political hibernation for some time. But certainly one sees that as an intention or some kind of recognition that the prospects of the PNM is probably valid. But I want to say to them that, of course, that is not so. In fact, if there were 17 seats to be contested in Tobago, well, the Farley PTT would have gotten all, right? It's the People Tobago Party or so I am.
They will get all.
I am very optimistic. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes,
yeah, you were saying something?
Yeah, you're optimistic that they will get all. The Farley administration.
If it was 17, they'll get that too. But of course, it's only 15 they vying for.
Nice. So let me say a pleasant good morning to Tobago. Mother Bernie, Silver Fox, all of you out there in Tobago, our brothers and sisters in Tobago, a pleasant good morning to you. You all know you all have to do the right thing. Oh boy. But while we are saying all of that, some of the things that are in the headliners here that are worrisome, people bawling, people crying. But here why watching at it? I'm watching at it as for those of you that listening to us on YouTube, I know you all are hearing us on the YouTube, Real Media TT YouTube. If you want to get involved in the chat aspect where we can see you on the screen in the chat, you can always log on to Real Media TT. No, you can always log on to Ground Report YouTube. Yeah, just pushing Ground Report YouTube, and you should be fine. And you'll get on the chat. That's just for today, right? Or you can always put in 648. No, corridor transformation. Sorry, corridor transformation. You can also put in corridor transformation. Get in on corridor transformation, and you all will get you'll be part of the chat or the overall chat with everyone. And if you try corridor transformation, you ain't get through. Try the Ground Report YouTube, you ain't get through. Organize and try 648 television YouTube, and you should be up in the chat. If you don't want to be in the chat, well, then you can stay right where you are there on Real Media TT YouTube. Tomorrow you'll be up and running on the chat itself, but you all are up and running anyhow. But here are some of the challenging things that I'm seeing here, and I want to hear my brother Lennox Smith, because people bawling. Headliners. TNT, Trinidad and Tobago Guardian today. 19,000 in fines. Coconut vendor faces high penalties after racking up 6 road traffic offenses. But not only that, I don't want him touching it too much, you know. We also see in here, well, which could be on page 4, a cop caught in U.S. cocaine net. Right, we also see motorists to pay more for renewals after administrative error. Wow, that one day, I mean, I don't want to pay more based on an administrative error. Yeah. So Lennox Smith had to tell me about that, you know. What administrative error that I had to pay more? I'm going to be giving back the people the money based on that administrative error. Like madness. Yeah. Well, so far the motor count for the year. Today's the 7th. It's 4. It's 4, Trinidad and Tobago. It's 4. For those of you that are listening to us on the World Wide Web too, it's 4. Lennox Smith, on those 3 things there. But starting with, here we'll start with. Here we'll like it to start with. Because I know the one way going on run, everybody going on think there's that 19,000 for Coconut Man. Like he had to go down Mayaro. You know Mayaro, in between the road there are coconut trees all there, so I ain't gonna lie, he might have a thief coconut. I'm not saying anybody should go on thief, right? But he might have to pass through everybody areas and look to see how much coconut. Right on Lennox Smith. Before we go to that coconut thing there, and it end up caught the attention of everybody, the issue there with the cop that is in the that got caught in the U.S. cocaine net.
Yeah.
What's on that?
Yes, indeed. He is one of 3 persons where a provisional warrant was issued for them via the United States authority for that purpose, the exporting into that country or the importing of it. If it was importing, it means therefore they might have been in the United States at some point in time perpetrating that act, because they said importing. Of course, Maduro, for example, has been charged for exporting, meaning he comes from sending it from his country into another country. So, but that is not relevant. What is relevant is the fact that a provisional warrants were issued for these persons, and of course, the United States Embassy expressed their gratitude and for the cooperation with the local authorities in order to, of course, apprehend these individuals to take them back to the United States for justice. That's essentially what that is all about. But, of course, the cop, the commissioner of police did, of course, comment on the matter, saying that the police service in Trinidad and Tobago is prepared to cooperate, inclusive of transnational crimes, and therefore they were delighted, of course, to participate in the whole process. Of course, why say he didn't say it explicitly, but I would want to suggest from what he would have said that he expects, of course, a reciprocation. In other words, if there are people in the United States that Trinidad and Tobago's authorities are interested in terms of extraditing, then one expects that there will be that level of cooperation. So that's where that is.
That's where that is. All right. And on the grounds of that error that people had to pay more on, what's that about?
Yes, is unfortunate, and I think it is unfair as well, because $50 short. The licensing authorities has taken from persons for the renewal of their driver's permit, and now they are saying the glitch was discovered after the closure and after all of these monies were paid. By, of course, not the fault of theirs, by citizens who have the need to, of course, access that service. And now they are saying that there's an additional $50 that is outstanding from those persons, including, of course, those who have not yet paid theirs, but that will be the cost of renewals. So. So it's a bit dicey there, but of course something that is not your fault, particularly where government is concerned. I think they should accept the loss, if you could call it that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I also see Ian Allen warns the San Fernando mayor to say sorry for the derogatory remark that he made. Well, hold a minute. Let's hear about that. Hold 1 minute, quick.
Okay, you have something on it?
Yeah.
Or to say sorry for derogatory remarks. San Fernando Mayor Robert Louis Paris is facing potential legal action from local broadcaster Ian Allen over a controversial Facebook post. A pre-action protocol letter, dated yesterday, January 6, 2026, alleged that Mayor Paris made a defamatory Facebook post targeting Allen following his coverage of a fire at the Radica Trading Building on Cipero Street, San Fernando, on December 11, 2025. Allen is the host of the television and online show, Crime Watch, and owner of the Ian Allen Network Limited. According to the letter, Paris' post included an image of Allen along with what was deemed as a derogatory expression and malicious remarks. The letter alleged that screenshots of the post were widely shared on social media, which was labeled as defamatory. The letter sent to Paris demanded a public apology, a cessation of further defamatory remarks, and compensation for Allen. It said that failure to comply by January 9th could see the matter taken to the High Court. The lawyer representing Ian Allen is Devi Ramnarine of Magnus Chambers, acting on instructions from Saira Lakan. The letter sent to Paris demanded a public apology, a cessation of...
Oh boy. Well, you heard that.
Yeah, well, that's that. Yes, that is that. So he has pursued his right to protect his name. And so, of course, I don't know exactly what the defamation elements are, but certainly it seemed to be sufficient for him to express his concern and therefore translate that into a pre-action protocol letter, which, of course, the persons to whom it is addressed must now respond within a certain period. You know, we have been there, so we know we did respond to, of course, Stuart Young's pre-action protocol letter in time, and of course after that, well, we heard nothing from him. But of course, what Allen is saying that he is within 14 days, which is the normal standard period to respond, he will be taking full action. Of course, as different from and different to that of Stuart Young, who of course never did. And this is almost, 6 years going.
Okay then.
Of course,
Next thing that I'm watching here, opposition wants the PM to explain policy on Venezuela. Hold 1 minute there, hold 1 minute. The opposition wants the policy. All right.
Arrest of Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro. The OAS convened at its Washington headquarters amid growing concern about the implications of the U.S. operation, which has raised questions about sovereignty, international law and regional stability. Representatives from across the hemisphere used the forum to outline sharply divergent positions on the unfolding crisis. Speaking on behalf of Trinidad and Tobago, Interim OAS representative Sachil Griffith said the country continues to value its long-standing relationships with both Venezuela and the United States, while supporting Washington's stated efforts to combat transnational organized crime. Trinidad and Tobago continues to recognize the importance of collective efforts aimed at addressing the threat posed by transnational organized crime, Griffith said. It is against this backdrop that we reiterate our support for the efforts led by the United States toward disrupting and dismantling transnational criminal networks that have been recognized here at the OAS and across the hemisphere as forces of instability and insecurity. Griffith also underscored Trinidad and Tobago's interest in maintaining constructive relations with Caracas, despite the deteriorating diplomatic climate. As a close neighbor, our country remains deeply invested in regional stability, she said. The delegation of Trinidad and Tobago underscores its long-standing relationship with both the United States and Venezuela and stands ready to work collaboratively with all partners who share the aspiration for a safer, more prosperous and stable Americas. DEA contacted Venezuelan ambassador. Omant were unsuccessful. TNT sides with US as OAS grapples with He has urged Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar to clearly outline Trinidad and Tobago's foreign policy and approach to relations with the current Delcy Rodriguez administration in neighboring Venezuela. So far, the government has remained silent on its position. The call comes after Venezuelan Executive Vice President Delcy Rodriguez was sworn in as President of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela on Monday. Rodriguez assumed office following the U.S. capture last Saturday of Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro and his wife Cilia Flores, who appeared before Manhattan courts on Monday facing drug and weapons charges. Prime Minister Persad-Bissessar and Foreign and CARICOM Affairs Minister Sean Sobers did not respond to Guardian Media's WhatsApp queries about Trinidad and Tobago's stance regarding the Rodriguez government. Questions included whether the country had sent any messages, congratulatory or otherwise, regarding Rodriguez's appointment, and whether Trinidad and Tobago would seek to restore energy links recently cut under the Maduro administration. Both officials were also asked about the government's expectations for Rodriguez, given her reportedly conciliatory tone toward the U.S. last Sunday following Maduro's ousting, and U.S. President Donald Trump's warnings that Rodriguez could face even greater consequences than Maduro if she failed to act in accordance with U.S. interests.
Nice. So again, Lennox Media opposition is calling on the government of Trinidad and Tobago to make themselves clear. New president sworn in Monday, Delcy Rodriguez, based on all that gas deal that was cut off before and all that. What is the relationship? What says thou, Lennox Smith?
Well, I see it as political, what I consider to be hogwash, and I'm being generous here when I use the term hogwash, because here it is, that response came as a consequence of the opposition being asked what is their view, and then they try to switch it, twist the narrative to say that it is not for them, but it is for the government. And at the same time, inside of that, we know that Rodriguez has been sworn in not as a consequence of an electoral process. Normally that is the case. But of course, as a result of an action taken by the United States, which is still unfolding, it is still volatile, and they are expecting, of course, the present government, having regard, not that they don't know, having regard to the stance taken by the present administration via the Prime Minister and the of course spokesperson in that regard, talking about the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Sobers, on the matter. More significantly, you notice now that the action has been moved from the United Nations. Remember, the Security Council did meet on the matter, and incidentally, only 2 Caribbean countries were present at that meeting and spoke, Cuba and Trinidad and Tobago. So I can confirm that Guyana was not there. Of course, one expected that they would have been, but that seemed to be, that is the reality. But it has shifted to the OAS. And then the OAS, which of course that clip expressed, Trinidad and Tobago has remained constant. That, listen, we have good relations with the Venezuelans, and that has been so from time immemorial, even though, of course, there may have been some bellicose and some what I consider to be recriminatory language, which of course is normal. But as far as formal diplomatic language and positioning is concerned, the Trinidad and Tobago government has been constant as the Northern Star and as immutable as a cent. And of course, it is very interesting to note as well that somebody took the matter to the OAS, but we know, and I have to check it, I don't know if they have resumed being a member of the OAS, but I know that when the issue came up and the Americans were concerned about what was happening in Venezuela and the possibility of maybe military action, among other things, apart from the sanctions, Venezuela withdrew from the OAS. So somebody took the matter to the OAS in relation to a country that is not a member of the OAS. And I have no difficulty with that because the OAS, of course, is the Organization of American States, meaning that Venezuela will be part and parcel of the Americas. But I'm just telling you how things move conveniently. And then, of course, I heard, I had the unpleasantry to read what Ralph Gonzalez, the former Prime Minister of St. Vincent, has said, and he was saying that, of course, the CARICOM is coward, meaning that they are coward, and that they ought to have taken a firm stand on the matter. And, of course, as we know from history, in favor of the Venezuelans and condemning, as a consequence, the actions of the Americans. So we have all of those moving parts coming out of that very volatile situation, very current, and we don't know where it will settle. But what we know for sure is the consistency of the Trinidad and Tobago government in terms of good relations with the Venezuelans. One. Two, they support, of course, the actions of the Americans in the context of Trinidad and Tobago's own crime and drug and gang issues. And at the same time, they support, of course, the democratic processes that comes or follows free and fair elections. So whether they are mixed, whether you see that as mixed messages, whether you see that as to in and fro in, the fact of the matter is that Trinidad and Tobago has remained consistent. The saying that you love the people of Venezuela and at the same time making statements that are considered to be bellicose, well, that is a matter for those persons who are experts in unraveling those kinds of statements in terms of inter-relations, or should I say inter-country relations, diplomacy.
Nice,
diplomacy.
Nice. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, we see Housing Minister promises new homes deliveries in 2026. We saw that there. I also see in there that Tobago will be having a temporary cargo ship to secure for the sea bridge. All right, so Tobago getting that. Very good.
12 months, but that is not going down well with the minority leader and the PNM, of course. They're saying that is desperation. They're saying that, but of course, Fali is making all the political mileage off of it. They're saying that look as though they get double blessings. Here it is, of course, on Monday they have to go to the polls, and the ship is called, I think part of its name is called Blue, something, MV Blue or something like that. And they say, well, look, it's blue all over the place. And here it is, you have a ship that can carry much more than the Cabo Star. Incidentally, the Cabo Star's contract has come to an end.
Come to an end. Well, you know, that's how the political world is. But here it is, before we have to go for a break and come back, which not now. The lines are open to you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Oh boy, the lines are open. The numbers to call: 225-6644, 225-6644, 239-5120, 239-5120. Or give us a WhatsApp call at 366-3053, 366-3053. Make sure you give us that WhatsApp call again at 366, in fact, 366-3053. And if it is you're not getting it on this side, you can always call the studios of 91.1 FM Talk City at 624-4141. Am I right? Lennox,
correct? Because I don't have it in front of me. 4911 is the last four digits.
All right, so 624-4911.
11, yes.
Right, so 624-4911. Okay? So all the lines are open. You can still...
Number 2? All right. I'll get it. We don't confuse anybody.
Right, only 2 days by the time. All right.
Yeah. I'll do what I do. Yeah.
So again, times you can always just text me them thing. Very good. Oh boy. So let's go. Let's see who's the first call on this blessed start this morning of the Ground Report program, the number 1 program in Trinidad and Tobago on a morning between the hours of 6 to 9 There's no other. So don't even bother. Morning, caller. Go ahead, caller. We are hearing you. Morning. Caller, listen to us through your phone.
Andy Williams, pleasant good morning.
Good morning to you.
Pleasant morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Andy, seeing that we're talking on the world here in us now, I wanted to give me an opportunity to voice my opinion this morning.
But you have to make it short and sweet. We have to be up on a break just now. Hurry up.
You see, you have to make it short and sweet. All right, let me make my contribution. Here what is going on. Here what is disturbing me, Andy. Now the government passed certain laws and put certain things in place. But the management was distributing those things, like for instance, the police and the people who share the ticket and thing, which is the licensing officers and them. I find they're abusing it, they're overdoing it, they're advantaging the situation. They're literally disrespecting drivers. They're doing things where that is bad management. That is making the government like they're doing that spitefully to make the government look bad. Because the government implements something and they say something, them come out and every minute, every day. Just imagine you giving one individual a ticket for $19,000 because he has certain defects on his vehicle. And it has something to call discretion. It has something in Trinidad and Tobago to call discretion. Yes, we was in a situation with the past administration. This administration come to make change. But the people who letting these things out, who really coming out and say, all right, the minister say raise fees, the minister say tax them, implement these things. Well, oh God, Andy, oh God, Trinidad and Tobago, let them make it look so now. Don't make it look so pleased now, man. Oh God, all you know. That making the government look so bad. That making the government look people putting up things like it's a protesting tongue, like they're making it look like they're trying to instigate a scene. The government doing so bad, the government. And we all know what the government trying to do good, but is the management what distributing these things, and right or wrong? Right or wrong?
That is how it's going, because the talk out here, Mr. Carnage, is that they're saying that is the PNM police, they're saying doing that in order to make the government look bad.
But that is bad, Andy. The government, the Honorable Prime Minister says something, she had to point him out in this, because pleasant good morning to you too, ma'am. You have to do something because we now change government. 8 months, 9 months, right? 9 months. And what's the kind of things? And people, remember we have a local government election coming up. And if people decide to get them kind of treatment, how people will react? We say we don't want PNM again. But if we don't want PNM again, and it's that what we're doing, that's what they're doing to the people. How the people will react? How the people will think? How the people will think? Let it be realistic, let it be real. The people who implementing those things, they are going about it wrong. They're advantaging the population. They're advantaging drivers. Right? We're not saying you cannot do things to solve the problem and to make the thing look good. But oh God, and Tobago. That is all I have to say for now. Let me hear what the rest have to say.
Thank you very much, caller. Next time we'll have to make it short and sweet. Go ahead, next caller. Short and sweet. Again, remember now, we are live on 91.1 FM Talk City and soon to be on TV4. We have ads to play. We have break to go on. We have news to get. So go ahead, caller. Please bear with us.
Good morning. My maiden thing, blessing and prosperous to you and all. There's Diego Martin inside. A couple of questions, and I'm referring back to the narrative of a former prime minister when he brought geometry into the space of Trinidad and Tobago in respect to narratives. A vivid example of that is the former Tobago person, they call she Shamfa. That is geometry being displayed. When she tells Fali to tell the Honorable Prime Minister about the radar, I think she should have done a trial run with herself, and that would have satisfied me as a person. The second thing is, all over the news, the 19,000, that coconut vendor. That coconut vendor has shown us his disregard to law and order. How can you drive something without insurance? How can you drive something without securing the load on it? For example, if that coconut had fallen on my bumper or somebody bumper, or the new vessel or the new Honda City, you know what it cost them to repair? At least $15,000 to $16,000 because the fender, the bonnet, all of that will be damaged, the windscreen. So lawbreakers, humble all yourself now. Do the right thing and only don't have to pay no fines. I'm going to have a nice morning, Andy.
Thank you very much for making it short and sweet. Who else? All of the lines are open, eh? Let me give you all the numbers again. 225-6644, 225-6644, 239-5120, 239-5120. Or give us a WhatsApp call. We'll send a WhatsApp voice note at 366-3053, 366-3053. And on Talk City side here, 622-4911. So you can call here 222-622-4911. You can send a WhatsApp voice note on that side here too. 394-4911. Wow. 394-4111. So voice notes 4111, but it's just 394. Or in studio 622-4911. Let's take a next call. A pleasant good morning to you, caller. Where are you calling from? And what's your contribution on the ground report this morning?
Okay, good morning, Andy, and the rest of the ground reporters. Lennox, Mikey, calling from Central.
Central in the
Good
building.
morning to you as well, and all the best to you and your family.
Yes.
Same to you and your family.
This is my baby talking here now. Go ahead.
Yeah. What I want to call and say, Andy, I wonder if how much sleep Rowley getting now.
I feel he's not sleeping too well, you know,
because he said he say on the TV on the radio that you know what time he goes to sleep, 2 a.m. in the morning, and he gets up at 5 a.m. So in 24 hours he getting 3 hours sleep. So I want to know how much sleep he getting now, because he used to get 3 hours sleep and he take the country nowhere. So now since this thing with Maduro, now I want to see how long. I would like to know how much hours he's sleeping now.
I feel he's not sleeping too well now. I feel he have got outside, I don't know, because he don't know when Trump might go with him too now. So he every minute he jumping up. Sharon, anybody out there? Sharon, I hear helicopter. You know, so I don't think he getting any sleep there at this point in time, really. Oh,
yeah,
boy.
well, I just wish that this trial come to pass and everything settle down back in the country, you know.
Nice. But I'm sure you're hearing us loud and clear.
Yes, I hear you loud and clear in social media, in YouTube.
Very good.
I mean, yeah. But I don't know for the radio.
Yeah. The radio loud and clear, man. Don't Snipes and Lennox Smith hearing the hearing.
It look as though, Andy, we have set the trend for people to focus on social media, because remember they were hesitant. There was a phobia against, of course, social media, but people got accustomed, and now it appears that they have stuck on social media and they're not going back to traditional where we are. But to pick up those who are still, of course, let's say I don't want to use the term Jurassic, but to traditional media. So when you were trying to get information about 91.1, clearly she said, well, listen, you're on social media. So maybe that is as a result of the trend that we would have set.
So true.
Yeah, we get used to the social media. You know, we could always pick up the tablet or the phone and walk around and hear and listen to.
So she's confirming that. All right. Thanks very much, ma'am.
Yes. That's baby. You know, I always say my baby, and then I say it have a baby Rampasad too. There's my baby, and when I say my baby, I always say teacher Balmain, and we friend up there in Vancouver. What we girl in Vancouver name again? Vidya. Yes, Vidya out there in Vancouver, man. Vidya, pleasant good morning to you. So, baby, thanks so much for joining us right here on Talk City 91.1 FM and on social media. Thanks so much.
Okay, thank you.
Andy, we take a break.
All right. So Trinidad and Tobago, we take a break and come back. When we come back, more right here on the Ground Report. We'll be back.
Get ready to immerse yourself in the vibrant rhythms and the joyous spirit of sweet calypso. Join us for an unforgettable experience at the semi-final round of the Calypso Monarch competition. This is Calypso Fiesta. 40 Calypso stars will compete on the Skinner Park stage. Calypso Unleashed, boundless harmonies. Mark your calendars. Saturday, February 7th, 2026. Join us at Skinner Park in San Fernando for an afternoon of pure Calypso magic. Showtime 2 p.m. Tickets available on islandetickets.com or call us at 623-9660. Don't miss out on a chance to experience the rhythm and joy of the Caribbean in 2026. Calypso Unleashed, boundless harmony. This is Calypso Fiesta.
From your TV to your laptop, your phone, your tablet, news, culture, conversations, and the stories that move us. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago Today. Your morning with me, Famala Balkaran, starts here. Trinidad and Tobago Today premieres Monday, 12th January, 6 a.m. exclusively on TTT.
The Ground Report. The Ground Report.
Nice. We are back. We just have approximately about 4 minutes to juggle to take some calls. And at the top of the hour, we have to go to the TTT News. You know how we just do it. So the lines are open. Trinidad and Tobago, we want to know what area you're calling from and what's on your front burner. What's not trending that you need to get trending? What's supposed to make the news that are not making the news? It's your call. It's your time. It's your favorite program, The Ground Report. The lines are open. You all know the numbers.
The Ground Report with...
Morning to the Ground Report. I'm Brother Carnage morning, and I'm glad you raised that point because let me tell you something, my brother. This administration have some advisors. I feel the advisors is PNM. Because let me tell you something. When they started this licensing office business, they was to clear all old debts of all ticket holders in the country before they continue with...
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I know what to do when that time reach now. Go ahead, foreign caller. Go ahead, Rajan. Go ahead.
Morning, Andy. Morning, Andy. Andy, all the people who call in and complain, morning, Lennox. All the people who call in and complain about this fine. Andy, they are lawbreakers. They are lawbreakers. So why don't they just fix what they got to do and hold it on when you can don't drive? Andy, I drive in this country for 35 years. Okay? The last 10 years, I haven't gotten one ticket. Because, you know, while I was in college, I was reckless. Now, you follow the laws and the rules. So all the people who talk about, oh, they're the P and the can, are talking about, oh, have a discretion. How, the guy who was driving with the coconut, he didn't have no discretion not to use. He didn't use his brain not to drive the damn vehicle. He had no insurance and on the secure load. So Karna, come on, man. We got to do the right thing. You do not be half pregnant. Okay? You do the right thing or the wrong thing.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh boy, it's 2 minutes still. Let me play a voice note here real quick.
Morning to the Ground Report. I'm Brother Carnage morning, and I'm glad you raised that point because let me tell you something, my brother. This administration have some advisors. I feel the advisors is PNM. Because let me tell you something. When they started this licensing office business, they was to clear all old debts of all ticket holders in the country before they continue with this situation here. You didn't clear these things. People have outstanding money. You didn't look out for the people. You come and double up on them. You have a local election to fight. We don't mind you come and develop any fair, but if you didn't listen to what we were saying before you get into office, clear the whole slate and start over the country. Start over the licensing office with the population, and then you would not have this argument, but price too high and price too this. You understand? But
Nice. I had to cut that voice note, but we get your point, brother reporter, because I done seen his time check. It's approximately 1 minute, or maybe some seconds in the hour of 7 o'clock. So we go for the news and come back. When we come back, more right here on the Ground Report. We'll be back.
From your TV to your laptop, your phone, your tablet. News, culture, conversations, and the stories that move us. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago Today. Your morning with me, Famala Balkaran, starts here. Trinidad and Tobago Today premieres Monday, 12th January, 6 a.m. exclusively on TTT.
Get ready to immerse yourself in the vibrant rhythms and the joyous spirit of sweet calypso. Join us for an unforgettable experience at the semi-final round of the Calypso Monarch competition. This is Calypso Fiesta. 40 Calypso stars will compete on the Skinner Park stage. Calypso Unleashed, boundless harmonies. Mark your calendars. Saturday, February 7th, 2026. Join us at Skinner Park in San Fernando for an afternoon of pure Calypso magic. Showtime 2 p.m. Tickets available on islandetickets.com or call us at 623-9660. Don't miss out on a chance to experience the rhythm and joy of the Caribbean in 2026. Calypso Unleashed, boundless harmony. This is Calypso Fiesta.
Good morning. This is the news to 7 a.m. The Ministry of Works and Infrastructure has announced that debris removal works will be carried out on several major highways throughout January, resulting in temporary lane disruptions. According to the ministry, works on the Beetham Highway are scheduled for Wednesdays in January. Debris removal along the Churchill-Roosevelt Highway from Port of Spain to Currap will take place on Thursdays in January, and works on the Uriah Butler Highway from the Priority Bus route to the Caroni Bridge are scheduled for Fridays. All works will be conducted between 8 a.m. and 11 a.m., with the far right lane disrupted on the affected sections of roadway. Motorists using these routes are advised to exercise caution while traveling through the affected areas. In other news, U.S. President Donald Trump announced on Tuesday that interim authorities in Venezuela will provide between 30 million and 50 million barrels of sanctioned oil to the United States, with the cargoes to be sold at market prices. Trump made this announcement on his Truth Social platform. Trump said he has directed Energy Secretary Chris Wright to implement the plan immediately, and that the oil will be transported on storage ships and unloaded at U.S. ports. He stated that the proceeds from the sales would be controlled by his administration and used to benefit both Venezuelans and Americans. The announcement follows heightened U.S.-Venezuelan tensions after U.S. forces conducted operations in Caracas, which resulted in the capture of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro earlier this month. It's a move that has drawn international attention and varied responses from foreign governments and human rights groups. A fire at the Beetham landfill that burned overnight disrupted residential and commercial garbage collection in Port of Spain and other catchment areas has been brought under control. In a media statement on Tuesday, the Trinidad and Tobago Solid Waste Management Company Limited said residual smoke remained visible in and around Port of Spain and surrounding areas. The company noted that all necessary resources were mobilized to manage the situation, including personnel from the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service. Due to the fire, the landfill was closed to the public, and waste collection service providers were temporarily redirected to the Forest Park and Guanapo landfills. Swimcall has advised that the Beetham landfill site will reopen to the public on Wednesday at 10 a.m. The company said efforts are actively underway to restore full operations at the facility as soon as possible, while work continues to address residual smoke and minimize its impact. Taking a look at sports, the Courts All Sectors Netball League will jump off at the Eastern Regional Indoor Sports Arena in Tacarigua on Saturday, 10th January 2026 at 3 p.m. with the usual opening ceremony, including the march past of the teams. As usual, following the march past, spectators will witness the opening day knockout competition in the Premiership, the Championship, and the alternative divisions. This year, the league comprises 22 teams participating in the competitions, 5 in the Premiership division, 8 in the Championship, 5 in the alternative, and 4 in the male division. 2 teams have returned to the Premiership division, Defence Force and Police, while Jablute has withdrawn. Taking a look at the weather for the period today until midnight, Trinidad and Tobago will be mostly sunny. There will be a few isolated showery spells during the afternoon. And that's the news to 7 o'clock.
Talk City 91.1 FM. Talk.
Cabinet has approved the establishment of the regulatory framework for the registration and management of classic, antique, and vintage vehicles in Trinidad and Tobago.
Music.
Better days are coming. Better days are coming.
Culture.
We are now in a state where I can now proudly announce that our gas production will increase by a significant amount given all the various projects that are now expected to come online.
Engaging conversations, latest news, our music. This is Talk City 91.1 FM.
Bang, 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 bang.
The Ground Report.
We are back. Time check. Yes, time check. It's approximately 7 minutes past the hour of 7 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report. Yours truly, the pitbull of radio, Lennox Smith, in studio. Right now alongside us is director Snipes. So Trinidad and Tobago, you all heard all the headliners. Well, some so far. Many of you want to come and give your opinions or raise your own issues, and you have the opportunity to do so. So the lines are open to you. Yes, the lines are open to you. The numbers to call 225-6644, 225-6644, or 239-5120, 239-5120. Or give us a WhatsApp call at 366-3053, 366-3053. Or don't forget studio. Yes, don't forget. You can get us also at 91.1 FM. Yes, you can. At 622-4911. 622-4911. You can get us on WhatsApp there too. 394-4111. Nice. So the lines are open to you. So by the meanwhile, I'm organize and play some voice notes there. Yes, by the meanwhile. Oh boy.
Pleasant good morning again, Andy Williams. Lennox, pleasant morning to you too. Some people in this country talking because they get an opportunity to call a national radio, and you know people singing like the holier than thou Well, all you who have no sin cast the first stone, because the way all you're talking about lawbreakers, everybody just break the law. The politician breaking the law every day. The politician breaking the law every day because we picking them to go in the big house and see about we affairs, and when they read it, they see about them affairs. Right now, Rowley and them, bam, tickling them because they don't know what Maduro will say or what he wouldn't say. But all they're talking about breaking the law. Everybody just break the law. Trinidad is a place of lawbreakers. So let me be real. The government change and they're looking to do something, yes, to implement certain things. Let me do it the right way. It has discretion. It have discretion. Use all the discretion and know how to deal with a man. If a man doing it over, if a man overbearing, all they give him a warning, all they give him a ticket, or thing about $19,000 and you want a man to pay that in a month and come on Trinidad and Tobago, the place hard. All you know the place hard, it has no money. Only if they're doing that to build revenue, only if they're doing that to bring in money. You understand? But that is unfair to people. My target, you know. My target, I'm a license, I'm insurance, and I am an inspection, but I'm talking on behalf of the people who cannot afford. I being real people. Look, Lennox have a little green wagon. I show that real green wagon have a lot of effect on it. Let me be real. There are real people in Trinidad and Tobago who driving people car, who driving to make $1, who working car for people. And it's pressure in all different form and fashion because remember, it's 10 years of suffering people went through. So when you come with this initiative now to open up a Pandora.
To open up a Pandora what?
Pandora box. And talking about lawbreakers and lawbreakers. Everybody in Trinidad is breaking the law by. Few people that are honest by Jesus Christ come on the face of the earth and walk amongst me. And what they're doing, boy, they crucify him when he was a good one and he was doing the right thing. Zabana lawbreaker, so don't talk no about everybody and the law and law and law. The police just break the law, the prison officers just break the law, and them just swear to uphold the law. So when all they're talking about, so where you all got advantage, the civilians, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, to ball about all the breaking law, locked on brothers.
Thank you very much. Oh boy, Ritzy, UNC overdoing the bull. Oh boy, Martin Ford. And he let the foreign callers, and that's on Facebook, and he let the foreign callers mind their own business. Does not know the hardship people of Trinidad, does not know the hardship people of this country have to go through. Guys, stop wasting time on this live. And we can go on and on. Lyndon Mark, a pleasant good morning to you. Sandy Jones, I sent you a message, a pleasant good morning to you. But Brother Carnage, why you have to bring my partner and my co-host, Lennox Smith, in that? Why are you trying low shots to say that he have a green buggy there and you're sure that green buggy, it had dent or the stars may be smooth? Oh, don't bring Lennox in that to make no point. Right? If you're kind order, you're kind order. And what about the people, Carnage, and to everybody else that are locked on, that will say that, here it is. Again, at this point in time, for people to be bawling, oh God, ease me up. Is that because Ole is defending law breaking? So it's like Ole making, again, I just being a devil's advocate by calls that coming into and social media blogs that I'm reading. So what about the people that will be saying that here it is? Look at how all you're looking for excuses and sympathy for lawbreakers. At the end of the day, nobody wouldn't pay no 19,000. Nobody wouldn't pay 20,000. Nobody wouldn't pay 45,000. Nobody wouldn't pay 4,500 if they just obeyed the goddamn law. What about the people that are saying that? Let me say a pleasant good morning to Abigail, Trini Nairo, Audrey, all of you, Primraj, all of you, Rosamond, a pleasant good morning to you. What about them people? Before I take our next call, again, Lennox Smith, anything you would like to
yes.
Go ahead.
I want to know why he cannot use my situation as reference. I support you, Mr. Carnage. Use me as a reference. The thing about it is that as far as I'm concerned, if no reasonably used vehicle would be 100% perfect. No way, except it's brand new. So that's one. So even his as well must have some kind of defect. But the fact of the matter, if it is all as mine is a PC, the wagon that he's talking about. Of course, I don't know if he knows about the SUV and the other one, but let me just say that. And but I too have some concern. I understand where he's coming from. That particular incident about this 19,000, there's more in the motor than the person. It has to be some vindictiveness and so on, because the officers who would have been engaged, at least there are some infringement you cannot ignore, like of course without insurance, without your license, etc. But let's say in that particular case, I would have stopped and just give a warning with respect and have the victim, if you want to call him that, or the perpetrator, adjust the load on the vehicle and not charge him for a load that may be endangering or has the potential to endanger other users of the road. See, so and when I read the article, the person who received that hefty fine said that the person who gave it to him, he had an encounter with him sometime in the past. So the point I am making here, these officers must at all times, in spite of their personal views, be as professional as possible. And clearly, they are not living in space, and they know that a coconut vendor, I mean, that is a lifetime of money almost to have him fork out within a specific period of time. And you must know what the possibilities are that they may have to engage in certain acts that they would not normally engage in order to meet the fine specification in order for them to continue, of course, plying their trade. And it has a lot of repercussions. But in that particular instance, I'm not saying that it is so all over. But I think that discretion here would have meant that there's some fines that was put in that sixth fine that could have been overlooked.
Wickedness.
Or discretion could have been used.
That wickedness. Let me take our next call. Caller, pleasant good morning to you. Where are you calling from? And what's your contribution on the number one program, The Ground Report, this morning?
Good morning, Andy. I'm calling from Macbean. Good morning, Lennox. I'm hearing in the news report just now that America are going to buy so much and so much barrels of oil from Venezuela. I want to know if Trump make that deal with Delcy. And I want to know if you're going to pay in yuan, because Venezuela not dealing in U.S. currency. No deals they're making is in U.S. currency again. They stopped that as of the 4th of January. The day after the thing, they're not making no deals in U.S. dollars.
Well, let me tell you something. Well, let me be realistic now. When Maduro gone, you see all that thing there, all that bacchanal there you're talking about, that gone with Maduro, you know, partner. And they'll see other trend.
No, that ain't gone. The Constitution of Venezuela have Delcy Rodriguez to take over the position in case something happens with the sitting president. So Delcy take over according to the Constitution of Venezuela. And they make a deal. They say now that they're not dealing in US dollars for no business again. Everything is in Chinese money or Russian money. So if Trump going to buy it in Chinese money or Russian money, and then Trump saying that he buying the oil at market price, right? But he's not going to give the government the money. He's going to see how he's spending the money to help the people of Venezuela. Who he going to help? Machado?
Oh boy.
Machado is not even living in Venezuela. She out of the country. Going to help Juan Guaido?
I thank you very much. Oh boy, Lyndon Mark, you can organize and call if it is you want to organize to explain it properly. So the same police officers who abuse their power in giving tickets must be investigated, and if guilty, knocked out of the service. Rich say, hey, Trump is not buying that oil. Lyndon Mark is saying, Andy, let me explain this thing properly to the people. Andy Pitbull, I agree with you about that. All right, so you all, well, the lines are open, eh? Whoever you all are to explain, you all organize and explain. Morning caller, where you calling from? And what's your contribution on the number one program, The Ground Report, this morning? Go ahead, caller.
Morning, Andy. Calling from the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Andy and Lennox Smith, good morning, and all the listeners. You know, the problem I'm seriously I'm having is citizens' blatant lack of respect for the law. But it's not really that is really bothering me. You know. It's the fact that people are willing to gamble with other people's lives. We have a situation now where people are talking, you know, these fines are not serious. It's a petty fine. And I want to paint a very scenario quick. You see, until people in this country realize that this thing comes full circle, meaning is your loved one gets in the accident because of a drunk driver or a reckless driver, God forbid, that is when people start to understand the seriousness of the consequences. And they go in for your driver's permit is a responsibility. And let us not pretend. Trinidad is the place where people who have vehicles on the road do not go and get their vehicles properly maintained to have it on the road, right? We have a policy in Trinidad and Tobago as simplest thing as going to get your vehicle inspected so that your vehicle could be roadworthy. 45% of drivers in Trinidad not even doing that, okay? And I'm saying people who are willing to gamble with other people's lives on the road, you are a reckless driver. There is no if, there is no but, there is no maybe. And imagine you are driving with your family, God forbid. You signal a man left or you're trying to go left or right, okay? And the driver in front of you never gave you a signal. But they are claiming the light working. And you can show the driver your light not working, you never a single minute left or right. And before you know it, bam, accident and life is lost.
Wow.
That is how serious it is when you are on the nation's roads. And yeah, let me say this to you. As long as a driver is properly maintaining their vehicle, there is no excuse that you're not supposed to know. Your tail light broke, your disc broke. Okay? Because all it has to be done is to show your officer, look, this is a recent maintenance of a receipt I did just with a mechanic. If people are keeping these things in their vehicle, you're not supposed to have a problem on the nation's road. Let us stop pretending. Trinidad is the place people are gambling with other people's life, and then at the end of the day, we come in and ball. Oh, people don't know my hardship. If you are facing hardship, then you're not supposed to have a vehicle on the nation's road. Walk, take a taxi, take a bus, find a different way and commute. But to take your vehicle and put it on the road, knowing your vehicle is not up to standard, you are gambling with other people's lives on the road.
Thank you.
It's time we change the way we do things in the country.
Thank you very much, Lyndon Mark. Nice. So we're taking the calls, eh? I'll go play some voice notes there too, eh? We will do all of that. So it's all kind of mixed views. But at the end of the day, how I watch at it, Trinidad and Tobago, is that it have really and truly licensed officers and police officers that get up on the wrong side of the bed, you could be punished severely. But I also watch at it is, if you don't do the crime, you wouldn't play the time. You will don't break the law. That's all, just don't break the law. All right? But I also watch at it as, look at how we train Begonians get so accustomed of law breaking, because any day, driving on seatbelt is against the law. Driving with a smooth tire is against the law. Driving with all the various things and that they have there is really and truly against the law. I agree that it's supposed to have at least some warnings. Here it is. I find they could implement well. Here it is. You have a week to come to the station, or if it is coming that week, and that will catch you with infix. Well, then we will be issuing a ticket to you. Those type of things now. right? But all in all, how I watch it is that, wow, I wish if Trinbagonians could defend the unscrupulous raising food prices and the high taxes of those banks, the financial institutions, and many institutions that are advantaging us. Look at how we wouldn't come together on that. But we're coming together to find a way, PT, when it coming to obeying the law or breaking the law. We can't PT for an act that have not been committed. Let's be real. I can PT for a man that drive without license and may have to get $7,000 or so fine if he didn't do it yet. But when he do it, oh my gosh, he might be my family, he have PTM. But in real, we all here juggling and fighting up to look for a loophole when it comes into the law. When it comes to the law and driving on the roads, That is the fact, But let's see how it goes from there. Now, Smith, you understand what I'm saying, my brother?
No, and let me give my own example, because I was going to Diego Martin with the green wagon, rightly mentioned by the caller from Carenage, and of course the license officer pulled me aside. And then, of course, the car was not inspected, and then the license officer looked around, and he said, "Listen, I'm going to. Why it is that your vehicle is not inspected?" And of course, I gave him a story about I bought it at a certain time, and therefore, but he thought it was sufficient time to at least have it inspected. All right, so that was there. But then what he said afterwards, and that's where I'm talking about discretion, depending on who the officer is. And you don't want to leave that from officer to officer, because various officers will act differently in circumstances where, of course, the law is clearly breached, meaning that remember, these kinds of offenses are really strict liability offenses, meaning that so long as it happens, once you light and working, once you have smooth tires, is you have broken the law, and the officer has a duty to use his discretion then and there. But he also made reference to the tint. He said, well, I think your tint kind of too is infringing of course the rules relating to the tint. Well, of course, I had no difficulty, because one time, me, I would want to generate a sort of justification or justice assessment of the situation. So I had no problem with the question of the vehicle not being inspected, because that is a fact. I had no inspection ticket or anything like that, sticker on the vehicle to indicate that, and in fact it was not. So of course that was clear. But when it came to the tint, well, of course, I immediately in my mind, if he had given me a ticket for that, I would have, of course, contested that, because he had nothing to indicate that my tint is beyond what is established or what is required, all of that, and therefore I thought that was an arguable one in the But,
nice, but
where they are strict, obvious, then of course you have to pay the price. You have to pay the price. And that ticket, of course, is $1,000.
Right, but hold 1 minute, Lennox Smith. And don't forget, we're supposed to have an interview at 7:30 a.m. with the host and producer of the new program that will be on the TTT from Monday morning, please God. From Monday, please God. That is, the name of the program is Trinidad and Tobago Today. Trinidad and Tobago Today. Right, so we will wait while we await on that interview. Let me take a little call by the meanwhile. Morning caller, where you calling from? What's your contribution on the ground report?
Good morning to you, Andy Williams, and good morning to you, Lennox Smith.
And don't forget Director Snipes.
And good morning to you, Director Snipe. Mr. Snipe, I need you on the mind, and I need to talk with you, And good morning to all the listeners of Talk City 91.1. Lennox Smith, I gave you 10 out of 10 this morning for understanding that coconut vendor in San Fernando that had of that 19,000. It had some vindictive thinking and behavior with that police officer woman that gave him that ticket again. Because the guy even mentioned, he said, I have my insurance, and present the insurance them to the police and them. And they still give him a ticket for that, but they go trash out that because if the man have the insurance, you can't charge him for insurance. So it's had some vindictive thinking in it. And my view in this whole thing, you can listen how the guys speak. You can see that is not no wealthy person, but somebody that trying to see about their family. A place which part the city corporation approved for him to sell, he even have to pay a rent for over there. But to give somebody a ticket for $19,000 and give him a month to pay it, if he in position to pay it, well then you pay it. But it must have leniency when someone admit I am wrong, but I want more time, and asking, where can I find $19,000 in a month to pay that? And if you don't have $19,000 to pay one time, you will be having an every month penalty on those tickets and them. I am saying on tickets, which part people have to pay $19,000, $20,000 and more, you can't give these people them a month to pay that. You have to give them time. And let me tell the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, yes, everybody need to follow the law. Don't drink and drive. That is danger in people's life. But people getting a ticket for the bumper drop and the front bumper drop, no leniency from the police officers and them. The police officers and them have to work with empathy and consideration when they're doing the job in the corner. Because when I drive in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, if I pass 10 vehicles, 2 out of those vehicles and them is 20 and 25, 30-year-old vehicle. A 30-year-old vehicle will not stand up as a 5-year-old vehicle. And we have to consider those things as citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. There are people in this country catching the aunt, uncle, and nene. I'm not speaking about the ones and them who they spend plenty money to party. I'm speaking about the ones and them who use the little resources and struggle to survive. Give them time to pay the ticket. Especially police officers and them. You could take down everybody's name and have it in a data system and excuse them and tell them, go and fix your light. Because you could be driving on the road and drop in a hole and that blow your bulb. And when you reach 2 miles after, you get a ticket for that. You don't know that, but you know you drop in a hole and that hole blow the fuse. A old van, it go blow the fuse and blow down the wire and the light blow. So you have to give people ticket with empathy and consideration. Take down the name in a data system and tell them fix that. The next time you come up, you meet them again and they fix that, they get a ticket for them little small minor thing. I'm not speaking about drinking and fast driving and drunk driving and them things. I'm not speaking about them things. I'm speaking about little minor things. You have to give the people them time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. COP. Oh boy. Let's continue. Oh boy. While I skip some calls, let me go to a voice note. Or voice notes. Hey, Papa, so much.
Good morning, friends. Stand by for an urgent message to the ground report.
What? We not on that, you know. Urgent message to the ground report. Come here.
From the 47th President of the United States of America, Mr. Donald J. Trump.
Good morning, Andy, and a blessed 2026 to you, my friend, and everyone on the ground report. Here's hoping that we will have a better 2026 for the good people of TNT this year. Let me congratulate you all, Andy, and the entire ground report family on your new home on Talk City 91.1 FM radio. Well done, guys. Andy, you made it, my friend. You are back on mainstream media now. I'm so happy for everyone on the ground report as we celebrate the next chapter of the show. You guys worked your butts off for the last 10 years to finally arrive here to claim your prize. Well done, Andy Lennox and the entire ground report team. So let's celebrate the new beginning and the future of the ground report. Congratulations once again, guys. Let's be good, and God bless you all, my friends.
Bang, bang, bang.
The ground report.
Morning to the ground report, morning everybody on the chat. They say by the licensing officers on them and the traffic wardens on them, some of them and the issuing people ticket at a certain warden of issue somebody a ticket and they tell them when you win, see win, everybody will win. So take a ticket. So like I don't know if it's a revenge or some kind of thing of them licensing officers or something. But they need to look into that ticket system right about now because that causing a kind of chaos and havoc. Thank you.
We Papa. So they're telling only when UNC when everybody went take ticket. Oh Lord, we Papa, Lennox Smith. You hearing that?
No, well, I'm not surprised. There will be elements that would be that we will demonstrate that indiscretion, that kind of callous abuse of their office, and simply because they have the authority, they will, of course, engage in situations that will create further animosity. We saw it, of course, very vividly in Tobago. Remember, Tobago had this situation under the PNM when, of course, certain elements there.
Talking, Mike.
Yeah, certain elements there were very, very concerned about the victimization from Trinidad, of officers from Trinidad. And of course, the argument was then, and I think it still is, that the cultural, awareness of Trinidadians coming to Tobago, these officers came there with a particular agenda, and that is to say to frustrate and to victimize and to pursue a particular agenda, which of course is necessary in politics. So I have no doubt in my mind that there are some elements of that. Of course, the argument on the other side, because you have to take both sides, the authorities will say, well, listen, if somebody do something wrong, they have a job and they're going to do the job, etc.
They have to do it.
But we know that that is, to some extent, hogwash and maybe superficial, and an attempt, of course, to justify. Something where you need discretion, which was not displayed at that point in time.
Nice.
So
hold 1 minute.
It's a very complex thing, but we have to treat with it.
Nice.
Go ahead.
Nice. Hold 1 minute. Honorable Lennox Smith. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, look at go ahead. Caller, a pleasant good morning to you. All right. Let me play our next voice note there quick.
Andy, good morning, good morning. Good morning to everyone. Here's C. Maloney. I just be by the highway every morning. Going to work. If I see all these drivers come down the highway, going to the intersection, like if you're going inside by Bridge Street, braking lights, go along the highway. Right? Yeah, the braking lights go in the intersection and braking lights. Don't look along on the shoulder. Right? Next thing you know, light on red, half of them braking lights are going. The braking lights are at the set. You understand? So it have plenty lawbreakers. There's breaking law, and they don't want to pay the bill. When they got a ticket, they complain about ticket. They wear seatbelt on the phone. You understand? So, you know how it is.
Thank you. We get your point. I ain't gonna make the voice note too thing. So once you get your point, I'll cut in voice notes too. You'll have to make it short and sweet. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, because a lot of voice notes, a lot of people.
We have a caller on this side as well.
Go ahead.
We have a caller on this side.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, caller. You are in Talk City. All right, we lost it.
All
we
right.
lost that call.
No problem.
But go ahead.
Oh boy.
Yes, indeed.
Pleasant morning to the ground report.
We have another call.
Go ahead. Go ahead on your side.
Yes. Go ahead, caller. You're live. Talk City 91.1.
Morning, guys. Morning, guys.
Good morning.
What I want to bring to the attention to Trinidad and Tobago, and I'm sure it's for a lot of people in Trinidad. What about the politicians and them who doing all the wrong and they're in penalty, no penalty for it? What about that? The thieving and the lying and the robbing and nothing is coming towards them, but the citizens have to take everything. What about that?
So this brother concerns is that don't only clean up citizens for law breaking, clean up politicians and the big shots for law breaking too. We understand. I agree to you.
Do it in totality.
Yeah. I agree with him 100.
No discussion and no discrimination.
I agree with him 100%. Let's take a next voice note.
And morning again, Andy and Lennox Michael Kerr. And I heard a name. I hope it's the same Nigel Snipe. Nigel, blessed morning to you. You are constructive youth, you know. I hope they find something good for you to be controlling in this arm of governing in the country, because there's a fellow with a strong agenda for the betterment of the people, especially the youths. Anyhow, straight to the point. Now, I wonder why we are not hearing about these outstanding money that was spoken about so much on the campaign trail that the PLM was mismanaging and squandering. They have to answer for these money as well too, you know, because the Auditor General money still have not been located. We haven't heard anything much about some of these wild expenditure. We ain't hearing nobody is going before the court to pay back taxpayers' money. No profit in going up on that money, no interest in going up on that money. So what it is it a slap on the wrist for politicians who mismanage and squander and penalize the population who working on minimum wage? Is it that? So politicians, let me tell you something. The same way you're coming at the public and the working class for money, you see your colleagues on the other side in the parliament who was there for 9 years, and you say that they was mismanaging, squandering and plundering. They have assets. They are responsible for a lot of mismanagement in this country. We want to hear about them too. And we need to hear about them before we put more power into you. Because they say you was doing the world and spend 9 years and ain't get back nothing from you. I hope to see you get back something from them. Otherwise, it's games or they're playing with each other. Okay? So public, we are looking forward to hearing about these massive millions and trillions and the billions that analysts be talking about. We want back their money to her. So don't try to always keep making off of the poor. Blessed morning.
Good morning, caller. Right, so we have calls online, so voice notes pause for now. Good morning, caller. Where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the number one program, the Ground Report, this morning? What's on your front burner? Go ahead, caller. What's on your front burner this morning? Next caller. If you stick, you get the click. Go ahead, next caller. What's your front burner this morning?
Morning, Andy. Morning, Lennox. Morning.
Good morning.
I just want to say,
Mr. Controversy, why you listen tell we are area, we want to know where you living on the street and thing, you know. But what area you calling from?
I call from Arima.
Arima side?
Yeah, well, Aruka, I can say Aruka.
Let me see, Aruka, let me see what controversial front burner you have this morning. Go ahead.
My front burner is just what we were talking about, the fines and the tickets and stuff. If people don't know, when they contest a ticket right now, is I think again about 2 years before the case come up, right? 2 to 2.5 years before the case come up.
Yeah, that has been my experience,
Yeah. 2 when they contest a ticket. So the guy now with that $19,000, If he contests, we could contest. He have 2.5 years. He can make up that money and apologize to the court and pay that fine. Because if everybody could see, he did everything wrong. Everything was wrong on his vehicle. Everything was just wrong. So I don't think he get it unjustly. Yes, he's a poor man. Well, can't be so poor because he say he making $10,000 a month. When he asked the reporter, asked him, he making 10,000. So he shouldn't. I think he shouldn't have a vehicle in that state. If you're making $10,000 a month.
Nah, but again, that could be the man overall figure, yeah? Remember when you sell a gas and all them things to come out that money, to rent to mine, rent to pay, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
But still, at a salary of, because I'm not working for $10,000, I have a brand new vehicle and I pay my installments and everything. I have children, all these things the same way, and my salary is not $10,000. So, you could make it do. If you want, I mean, you don't have to have a brand new vehicle, but have your vehicle in a proper working condition with tires and these kinds of things. So he look for all of them things. Where he get? I understand.
And what about where there is the human element of vindictiveness? Because he did say that that person he had an encounter with before. And I'm looking at something that you had the discussion to overlook, like the load being, of course, an endanger to other motorists when he could have been asked to just pull aside and fix it and secure it a little more, because I'm sure that he was allowed to continue after the tickets were issued.
And that's the next thing with me. You're getting a ticket for certain things, and you're allowed after to leave with no insurance. You're still allowed to leave with no permit and drive off and this kind of thing. Why? You're supposed to impound the vehicles or get somebody to drive it till they come for it. But I might take on it, fellas. If there's anything, we will talk again.
Let me be real controversy. The reason why they let any people drive off with the thing and things still is because they don't know impounding compound to pay it on all the police station and them full with car.
and if they drive off with it, well, the exercise finish.
Yeah.
We have to go for the break. And when we come back, more.
Oh, boy. I will hear in between snipes when it starts, and I will drop.
From your TV to your laptop, your phone, your tablet, news, culture, conversations, and the stories that move us. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago Today. Your morning with me, Famala Balkaran, starts here. Trinidad and Tobago Today premieres Monday, 12th January, 6 a.m. exclusively on TTT.
Get ready to immerse yourself in the vibrant rhythms and the joyous spirit of sweet calypso. Join us for an unforgettable experience at the semi-final round of the Calypso Monarch competition. This is Calypso Fiesta. 40 Calypso stars will compete on the Skinner Park stage. Calypso Unleashed, boundless harmonies. Mark your calendars. Saturday, February 7th, 2026. Join us at Skinner Park in San Fernando for an afternoon of pure calypso magic. Showtime 2 p.m. Tickets available on islandetickets.com or call us at 623-9660. Don't miss out on a chance to experience the rhythm and joy of the Caribbean in 2026. Calypso Unleashed, boundless harmony. This is Calypso Fiesta.
Talk 91.1 FM. Talk 91.1 FM.
The Ground Report. The Ground Report.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We are back, we are back, we are back. Time check. It's approximately 47 minutes past the hour of 7 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report. Yours truly, the pitbull of radio. Lennox Smith, the big word. You see how I'm listening to what's the tongue over the TV on here? What's the tongue? The big word, man. So I'm telling you, then when you get a ticket, you go say, well, I had Thai tongue, so I can just say big word, and and my Thai tongue is what make me say mahogany, cedar, and all that kind of bacchanal thing. All ain't easy, you know. Maybe I'd like, what's my, this like to get away with all kind of excuse, boy, oh God. Morning caller, where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the Ground Report this morning?
Morning,
Just say
Andy.
would
Morning,
now.
Lennox. Lennox, I have
Just
no
say
problem
would
with
now.
the fact.
Just say wood. Just
Yeah,
say,
just say wood and done.
just say wood and done.
Mahogany and all kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, good morning, caller. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
Right? The other thing I want to know when Rowley coming from King Kaka, Rowley, and
You listen to your background caller.
thing.
That's why we just still low it down. So just listen to us through the phone. You see how we hearing us? We hearing you. Ignore the background. Go ahead.
yeah, Andy, right? And all in a sudden, Mama Smooth reappear in Tobago. Me and wish she come out, she resurrect.
All right, thank you very much. You're sticking. He's saying that Shanford Kojo smurf it in Tobago, just abracadabra, bam! It's me smurf it, she reappear. Wow. Well, boy, that might be
Well, you
Gargamel.
know, the PNM is known for opportunistic scenarios, and therefore is purely opportunistic for her to come out now, believing that somehow the political fortunes of the PNM will suddenly be reversed. But of course, she would have lost that as she did her own seat because of bad timing and poor assessment and evaluation of the situation. The Farley-led team is on the ascendancy, and there's nothing they could do about it.
Hold
nothing.
1 minute. Hold 1 minute.
Yeah.
WhatsApp caller, you hold on WhatsApp caller. Landline, go ahead, landline.
Hi, good morning, gentlemen, and greetings and blessings to you all and all our ground report family. And fellas, let me tell you this, this traffic thing is making causing real confusion. But you must remember, we are living, as our Prime Minister said, in a lawless dump. People in this country are not accustomed to following the law. Everybody want to do what they want, when they want, how they want, with no consequences. You understand? So these charges and things, this is the only thing will make these people realize that they cannot bring these defective vehicles on the road because a car is a deadly weapon. You understand? They have been doing it for years, but they have to realize things have to change and they have to do no better. But at the same time, I think the police are very, very unreasonable sometimes in dealing with these people. So we have a situation here that has to be fixed. The lawless people have to do what is right, and the police has to handle the situation in a different way, right? And the thing about it is, what I find so strange, Andy, so many police all over the place dealing with these defective cars and these people in trafficking. But that is not the only problem we have in Trinidad. We have so many lawless people in this country who are breaking the law. Why are they not being arrested by the police and charged? No, they don't go for behind them. They're going behind the people with the defective cars, which is right. But what I am saying, don't go behind some, go behind all. You understand? You have people who had contracts, millions of dollars, and there's evidence, no charge. You have people who were renting residential areas at business rates for thousands of dollars, no charge, right? So since we are charging, let us fix this dump, this lawless dump, and deal with all the motorists, the motorists on the road who are not doing the right thing. They are a problem, yes, but they are not the only problem. So let us deal with everything and clean up the mess. And people, all you do the right thing. When you do the right thing, you will have no problem. You have a car, you're supposed to maintain it. Because when you come out there and your brakes fail or your tire blows, you could kill innocent people. So let us get real, as I say. Let us all get mature and do what is right and stop making excuses. The police, they are doing what they are doing because they know people will do just what they're doing. They won't say the car is defective and they won't say they're breaking the law. What they will say, the government making me pay money. And that is what a lot of them police want. They want the government to be made to look as if they are putting pressure and they are taking advantage on the poor people. Hey, all you do what is right, and we will have no problem. Blessings, guys.
Boy, thank you very much. Oh boy, WhatsApp call, go ahead.
Yeah, morning, Andy.
A pleasant good morning to you. Where you calling from?
I'm calling from down south part.
Deep south. Go ahead.
See that you have a legal mind, big words on your program.
Mm-hmm.
I want to find out something from you. If police officers stop a defective vehicle in a roadblock for defective tires and for speeding, gives him a ticket, and he pulls out from there and gets into an accident and kills 5 people, who is responsible? Is the police responsible or is the driver of the vehicle responsible? Because I feel the police have to take some responsibility for being negligent and allowing the vehicle to go back on the road after he stopped it from being on the public road. As a listener of it.
Thank you very much.
Very interesting
short,
one. Very
short and sweet.
a loaded question, obviously. A loaded one.
It's a loaded one.
You just got a ticket for defective, and then, of course, further down the road, your worst fears.
Talk in the mic, Lennox.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah. When you turn your face, we losing you. Go ahead.
Sorry. I'm saying that here it is. A ticket was issued for a defective vehicle, and then, of course, the worst fears has materialized in that very defective vehicle, because of that defect, caused an accident resulting in the demise or the death of someone. Very, very interesting one. And he asked the question, of course, who is responsible? If it's the police allowing that defective vehicle to continue on its journey or its situation. Well, in the context of Trinidad and Tobago, maybe the driver, if he survives, may have a defense. It's a ticklish one because the other side of the coin is this, that the person ought to have known that in the first place that they have a defective vehicle and ought not to have been on the road, and therefore he ultimately will have to be responsible.
All right, thank you very much. Time check. It's 4 minutes to the hour to 8 o'clock, yeah. And don't forget, we still will be having that interview. Yes. Of the big morning program.
We have to go for a break.
We gotta go for a break. Yeah? All right, yes. Snipes, as you start. Trinidad and Tobago, we go for a break and come back. When we come back, more right here on your #1 program, The Ground Report.
From your TV to your laptop, your phone, your tablet. News, culture, conversations, and the stories that move us. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago Today. Your morning with me, Thamala Balkaran, starts here. Trinidad and Tobago Today premieres Monday, 12th January, 6 a.m. exclusively on TTP.
Talk City 91.1 FM.
With Mike, The Ground Report.
Nice. We are back. Time check is just 3 minutes to the hour. Before we have to go to that top of the hour there, we'll have to go for the news. So we see we can squeeze in.
Just before we cross the hour, I have some information to share.
Go ahead, my brother.
You have an ad-lib that we need to treat with.
Okay, so public servants, your back pay can do more for you at PCU. Make the smart move and secure up to 4% on fixed deposits with Police Credit Union. Or fixed deposits start as low as $2,500 for a short time as 3 months. Now, this is the perfect time and the perfect gift to give yourself. The opportune time to invest is now. Build real financial peace of mind. Don't miss this opportunity. This is a limited time offer. Your future is safe with PCU, Police Credit Union. Check any of their locations and get started now.
Right. So that is out of the way. Of course, it's just about, 2 minutes, a minute again, before, of course, the hour of 8 o'clock. So we have a very limited time. So
Right, but
what do we do? What
yeah,
do we do, Andy?
Go ahead, Mr. Faisabad. You have a limited time because we have to go for the top of the hour, but still.
Just about a minute or so.
You're a seasoned person. Go ahead, Mr. Faisabad.
Good morning to each and everyone. A happy new year. First time, and share the life, share the word. Andy and the ground report and Lennox and Uncle Lennox is back on the radio in the maxi, the taxi, the truck, and the haters. Let's get it going again. But Andy and Uncle Lennox, I would like to ask Camille Robertson Regis and Penelope Beckles, could they answer for the $1 billion what they do with contract without procurement and without cabinet approval? Ladies and gentlemen, Trinidad and Tobago, we have to call on our government to investigate all these wrongdoing and see where justice is supposed to be handed out. So have a nice day, Trinidad and Tobago.
Nice. Thank you very much. Oh boy, while we go for the top of the hour, Director.
Talk City 91.
Okay, and our guest is here. When we come back, we got news at the top.
Go ahead, my brother. Let them organize with the cameras. I want to see the guests.
Making the news at this time. Transport officials have admitted that the figures released on Monday for driver's permit renewal were incorrect and the actual fees are higher. Transport Commissioner Clive Clark said permits for 6 months or less now carry a late fee of $650 instead of the $600 previously stated. Permits expired more than 6 months and up to 3 years now attract a penalty of $1,750 rather than $1,000. Commissioner Clark said the discrepancy was due to an administrative error. He acknowledged that motorists who paid late fees on Monday were undercharged due to the error and corrective measures were taken as soon as the issue was identified. Clark stressed that the ministry must enforce the legally prescribed fees and added that the correct figures were outlined in the 2025 Finance Bill, which has been gazetted. Minister of Transport and Civil Aviation Eli Zakur will host a press conference at 11 a.m. on Wednesday to address the issue. The Trinidad and Tobago Scrap Iron Dealers Association is expressing concern over an increase in copper theft in Trinidad and Tobago. It is once again calling for more enforcement of the scrap metal laws. President of the Trinidad and Tobago Scrap Iron Dealers Association, Alan Ferguson, says his association has received numerous reports of copper theft in the past few months. The most recent was on the island of Tobago, where the operations of a major business were interrupted.
The situation is that something happened in Tobago for the holidays, where they went into a business person place, and they strip out a lot of copper from the person business place, where they wasn't able to even start to work yesterday.
Mr. Ferguson is calling on the authorities to address this matter before the situation worsens. He is now calling on the scrap metal dealers and collectors to obey the laws.
We have to understand that this is our daily bread. This is what we feed in our family with. And when we go and we interfere with people's stuff and we steal, we put in a bad name on our industry. So we asking you all to restrain from going and stealing people's property. And we also asking the scrap yards and them, please restrain from buying stolen stuff.
In 2022, a ban was placed on the scrap metal industry following an increase in theft across the country. Mr. Ferguson is hoping that the matter is addressed soon. There were major gains in crops and plant production on the island of Tobago in 2025. That's according to an update from the Division of Food Security and Natural Resources, the Environment and Sustainable Development. A release from the division notes that over 360,000 plants across ornamentals, vegetable seedlings, and orchard crops were grown, while new crop trials were launched to strengthen local production and resilience. In livestock development, the division says growth was recorded across the island. It adds that protecting plant health remained a priority, while extension and outreach efforts were equally robust. The division says 3,756 field visits and 179 school visits were conducted. Meanwhile, over $630,000 were paid to 106 applicants through the Farmers Incentive Program, and 98 new farmers were registered. Taking a look at sports, Trinidad and Tobago sprinter Leah Bertrand says winning the 2025 TTOC and N3A's TT Sportswoman of the Year awards means so much to her. The sprinter expressed gratitude to God, her coaches, family, and supporters, adding that the award further motivates her to continue pushing and representing Trinidad and Tobago in the best way possible.
Winning Sportswoman of the Year means so much to me. Every time I get to represent Trinidad and Tobago is such an honor. So to be recognized for this, it really feels so special. I'm so grateful to God, to my coaches, to my family, and to everybody who continues to support me. Winning this award, it only further motivates me to continue pushing and representing Trinidad and Tobago in the best way possible.
And that's the news to 8 o'clock.
Talk City 91.1 FM. Talk.
Cabinet has approved the establishment of the regulatory framework for the registration and management of classic, antique, and vintage vehicles in Trinidad and Tobago.
Music. Culture.
We are now in a state where I can now proudly announce that our gas production will increase by a significant amount given all the various projects that are now expected to come online.
Engaging conversations, latest news, our music. This is Talk City 91.1 FM. Talk City 91.1 FM.
Bang, 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 bang.
The Ground Report. The Ground Report.
Bang, bang, bang.
Yes, indeed. We are back. We are back, of course. Number one program on mornings.
1 minute, Lennox Smith.
Andy?
Yes,
yes,
1
go
minute.
Ahead, go ahead, Andy. Go ahead.
Nice.
I just thought I would make a preemptory attack here because we have guests in studio, as you know. But go ahead.
That is why I do all that hype, man. That hype was for the guests in studio that you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, online, the 1,500 of you that are locked on live at this point in time so far. On Real Media TT Facebook, Real Media TT YouTube, Corridor Transformation. Oh boy. 648 Television. The Ground Report on YouTube. All of you. We have a very, very big program to introduce to you all. That will be coming on TTT. From Monday, please God. Yes. From Monday, please God. Because here it is. We bias here. It plain talk bad manners. We didn't want to let a lock on to know Koki eye television stations. But all them old dinosaurs and them there on the next side, that's the pitbull words, eh? Not the words of anyone else, that's the pitbull words. And we want you all to lock your all dial when it's coming to our early morning 6 to 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. on TTT to a young, dynamic, beautiful lady and the producer, man. It's a big program called Trinidad and Tobago Today. Ole hear that right? Nah, Ole hear. Let me let Ole hear it good.
Bang, 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 bang.
And you all seen them on the screen there? Oh, all ain't seen them too good. Lennox Smith will introduce the names and everything to you all day soon. I want to let see them first now. Because watch me. It will be the biggest program on TTT on a morning. Starting on the 12th. So let me bring them in a little closer for you all to see them good again now, man. Nice. That ain't nothing if I'm out of the pit here. You all seen them good, right? Nice. So Lennox Smith, introduce the producer and the host. My God, the beautiful host of that big program. Trinidad and Tobago today. Go ahead, my brother.
So how would you describe the producer then, if somebody is beautiful?
I would say...
I see you focusing on beautiful. All right. That means as it may, of course, we do it differently on the ground report, as you know. We ask our guests to, of course, introduce themselves. And then, of course, give us a rundown, an appreciation as to this big, according to the Pitbull, this big program that is due to be started or initiated on Monday coming. So, all time, etc. And, of course, the content material and all of that. So we since you're talking beautiful, we will start with the beautiful.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. I hope you're all well. Thank you so much for having us this morning. My name is Ramala Balkaran. I'm no stranger to Talk City. I've actually sat on the opposite side for quite a few years. So it's I think about 8 years ago.
Great.
Yeah, so about
Great.
8 years ago.
So you are on familiar turf.
Yes.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Great.
It's good to be on the other side now. This morning we're here to talk a little bit about our brand new show happening on January 12th. That is next Monday at 6 a.m. We are live on TTT, Trinidad and Tobago today. So I'm so happy to be your host that morning and for every morning to come Monday to Friday after that. Also, I have with me my producer who's been working so hard to pull things together for Monday. That is the handsome.
All right. So
Thank you very
so
much.
I got a counterbalance finally. Verbally. Yes.
Nice, but I will just say just now that Lennox Smith was waiting for the beautiful woman, young lady to say handsome. Oh, we gonna look the Pitbull saying and the handsome producer. Oh God, Lennox Smith, don't put me in that spot. But you go ahead.
All right. I hear you. As you said it.
Yes, this is our producer, Rishi Harnan, and I'm so happy that Rishi can join us. It's actually our journey back to TTT, and this is home for us, and we're so glad to be here with you.
Tell us the time slot before we get
6
to
to 8
Ricky.
a.m. Monday to Friday
Good.
on TTT.
Ricky, of course,
Ricky.
tell us content, what's all about. I know that you're looking ready and orange. But go ahead.
Good morning to all of the listeners. This is, as you rightfully said, the most popular radio morning show online as well. And so we will be your competition. So the beautiful host might be pulling some of your viewers there.
And the handsome producer.
I hear you simultaneously.
Yeah.
Because part of it, of course, we go a little later, 1 hour later. So we may catch back those that may want to come to and fro. They may be vacillating to and fro. But go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm happy that we are having a shift. We enjoyed what was, but we need to look forward to something different, something that might be more informative, something that will, when somebody wakes up in the morning and puts on the television and see TTT on, they can take something away from the program. They might be able to learn something and be more informed as they go about what it is that they have to do. So we have currently the situation with the Venezuela, US. We want to be able to have guests, local and regional, as well as international guests that we are reaching out to join us so that we can get a holistic picture of what is taking place as opposed to just having one side of the story. So we have already started making connections regionally, internationally as well. Our host is reading up and making sure that she is aware of everything that is happening. As a host, you would know that you have to be the most informed in
yes,
order
yes,
for
yes.
you to
And you
inform
glean from
someone.
all and sundry. Tell me, my dear, what, you talked about a show with a difference, and you talk about regional, international, hemispheric, I suppose, guests as well.
Right.
What is the rationale behind that? I know that he mentioned being more informed, but I know that it's deeper than that.
Yeah, so if something doesn't add up, we want to push deeper. We want to ask the questions that no one is asking, but they want to ask. We want to get the answers that, everyone wants. We want to hold the leaders accountable. It's about perspective. And as Rishi rightfully said, we're looking at the different angles of situations, presenting the different perspectives, not just the Trinbago perspective or the world perspective, but the youth perspective as well.
Okay.
And this is not just problem talk. We are actually focusing on the solutions, the impact, the responsibility that we have as newsmakers to bring that information to the people of Trinidad and Tobago and the world.
Yeah, Richie, I'm glad that she mentioned youth, and I suspect that that's a major part of the whole initiative, is it?
Yeah. So we want to have a special focus on youth as well, because there could be arguments that traditional media is basically a dying art form. And the only way to get people involved, young people, get them to pay attention to what is happening. I don't know in a real sense how many young people actually pay attention to the day-to-day happenings of the country.
Okay.
And one way to get them involved is to have them on the show, have them share position, have them share perspective. It may not always be the most popular one, but it is something, if they get the opportunity to be there, they can encourage others to pay attention to what is happening so they can make more informed decision. So we're also going to be on TTT Live online.
Yeah.
So that will be our YouTube page, our Facebook page. I know we're working on things like TikTok so that we could capture that audience and keep that audience as well. So we're going to have all of the news items, but we're going to ensure that we keep the entertainment segments as well. To have our artists on, because TTT, the brand TTT, which includes Talk City, and our chairman would have sat right here and spoken about it. What is our agenda? And we will have the chairman on the program as well to continue pushing that agenda for culture. Carnival is coming up, so we want to feature young talent. We're going to ensure that we can get people on who can share something that can be positive as well. So it's not just about the news, but things that might be able to captivate and get people and ensure that they can stay with us. Because we want to build a brand that when people hear TTT, they say, that is the credible station. Because we're also fighting with the propaganda that is being spread on social media.
Yeah, we too here we have a fair share on the ground report, and of course, Talk City being part and parcel of the whole system. But so it means therefore you have segmentized the program as far as demographics is concerned and targeting particular demographics. So my question really is, what about the other demographics that would want to be informed, but of course on matters that may be put into them. Take for instance senior citizens, for example.
Yes, there is a space for everyone. So before going into the show, we've done, of course, a lot of research. We found out what the market wants, what it needs. And in doing that, we've built our template for the show going forward. So now we have something for everyone. So as Rishi said, it's a very topical show focusing on current affairs, and not just that, but also people. So we are in the business of people. I always say that in the media, this is the business of people. And we are not talking at the nation, we want to talk with the nation. So in order to have that dialogue with Trinidad and Tobago and the world, we have to ensure that everyone finds a space in that show and, finds material, finds content and things that are relatable. So the first hour to hour and a half of the show will be focused very specifically on current affairs, news, things that are trending, happening in the world. And of course, maybe the last 30 to 45 minutes, we will focus a little bit more on culture, the arts, senior citizens, animal activism, things like health, tech, AI, things that are trending and coming. But we don't want to give too much out just yet.
So that is fair.
You're going to have to come on Monday, January 12th at 6
To share,
a.m.
see, and
to find out
appreciate.
what we have in store for you because we're
All right.
working really hard.
And I don't want us to forget, while Vimala is the main host of the show, you will still continue to see Carrie Roberts.
Yes, Okay. yes.
He will be our news presenter as well, so I don't want to forget him at all.
No.
I know that he is well liked. We have a good-looking pair on television, so you don't have people will say you want to wake up and see good things on screen, man.
I hear you, I hear
You
you.
want to see good things on screen.
Right, but the other area, of course, that has come to my mind is, of course, access to regulatory and governmental agencies and or personalities. I'm talking here, since you have mentioned the broad-based nature and the reach, and those that are farther afield, meaning that in the region and beyond. You have a mechanism, a methodology to treat with that?
Yeah, so we have already started making contact with
Okay.
different ministries, different agencies, CARICOM as well. I reached out to a couple of people there to ensure we build that relationship, follow protocol in order to
Networking
get
as well.
to get the guests on. Places like the U.S. Embassy, international media outlets as well, where we will be able to work with them. So, for example, this U.S. Donald Trump is going to court, reach out to our contacts there to be able to provide us with the information as it happens. So, something breaks early in the morning in the U.S. or in a different country, you're going to say, hey, can we just reach out to you just to give us a quick update?
We want the best sources
Correct.
possible for the show.
Of course, the other area that I feel I should focus on in terms of your own program is that of sports. You mentioned sports.
Yes. And of course, we have a
is it
great sport
local,
team.
Same spread?
Yeah, we have a
Local,
great,
regional? Go ahead.
we have a wonderful newsroom working upstairs, and that's primarily where we will be drawing our information from and our features. Now, this is, as we talked about this week, it's a cohesive effort. It's not just a morning show brand, but it's a TTT brand, and it's everyone coming together to produce the best morning show.
Yeah, and we know that the Football World Cup is coming up. We know the T20 Cricket World Cup is coming up. So Mr. Cunningham and they from the sports department. Nasira is a cricket wizard as well, coming from Cricket West.
So you're really
so
tapping into
we
all,
have good
all the
resources.
resources. That's right.
Yeah,
Nice,
beautiful,
but
beautiful.
I only hope only make sure with that big program, because I am already very let me make sure, because I had you all on the screen there. Nice. I am very excited about this big program. So when only get all the big international interviews and this and that and whatever, only make sure and don't forget the ground report and squeeze we in somewhere or the other in that big program. But before you all closing comments,
That's a pit bull for you.
Yes.
But go ahead, Andy.
But before you all closing comments, Snipes, I want to hear that out of that big program that coming up there. Give me that, yeah, man. Oh my gosh. Give me that out of that big Trinidad today. All right? Better to make me voice it, boy.
From your TV to your laptop, your phone, your tablet, news, culture, conversations, and the stories that move us. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago Today. Your morning with me, Famala Balkaran, starts here. Trinidad and Tobago Today premieres Monday, 12th January, 6 a.m. exclusively on TTT.
Yes, indeed. Of course, that was Trinidad today. Andy, of course, closing remarks now.
Yeah. Let me get the closer. We can't get them too much, man. Yeah, why we can't get them too much? We don't want the rest of Kokiai morning programs that would not be able to keep up with Trinidad today with these dynamic young people. So I had to say plain, the beautiful host, handsome producer, and let's don't forget what we brother name that will belong. Carrie. We can't forget Carrie. So go ahead. Let's get you all closing comments, man.
Pitbull, you the real trap. You now say you don't want to mention handsome. You call him man handsome.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
No, but
closing
You
remarks.
just couldn't help it.
No, I had to
so
do
much for having.
I had to do it
Thank you so
because
much for having us, guys.
1 minute. I had to do it because the lady already set the precedent, my brother.
All right, okay. Good excuse.
All right, thanks so much for having us. Definitely a good kickoff to our press tour this morning. We really you got the blood pumping, so we are so ready for it. The countdown is on January 12th. That is this coming Monday at 6 a.m. Start your morning with us. Start where the truth starts. Trinidad and Tobago today.
And
I'll just say to join us 6 a.m. as Ramala said, 6 to 8 a.m. We will have repeats, which we share that information. We would also be sharing our email address, so you have an event coming up, you have something that is happening of significance. Just feel free to reach out. We also have the birthday club.
Send your birthdays.
Yes. So we will. I'm sure this is the first of many. As we continue, of course, to probably reciprocate, because I'm sure the Pitbull will want to have an interview maybe sometime as well on your program.
No, but here we will do it.
Trinidad
today, but here we will do it on their first start. For matter of fact, we may go live on their program. Remember, we will just tap into them and bring them across on our screen and let the whole of social media, the whole of Talk City 91.1 FM, so radio, TV, media, everybody, so radio and all may get. So I feel on that first day, we will bring in them, but we will talk. All of us will talk when that time
I suspect he wants to keep all of the audience here. Vicariously and otherwise. All right, well, thank you very much, of course, for your presence.
See you on Monday.
Yes. See you on Monday.
Yes.
Andy, back to you.
Yes.
Oh, we go for a break. And when we come back more on this edition of the Ground Report.
From your TV to your laptop, your phone, your tablet. News, culture, conversations, and the stories that move us. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago Today. Your morning with me, Thamala Balkaran, starts here. Trinidad and Tobago Today premieres Monday, 12th January, 6 a.m. exclusively on TTT.
Trinidad and Tobago is one of the world's major liquefied natural gas or LNG exporters. But how many of us truly understand what LNG is and how it differs from regular gas, or its importance to our economy? To help us better understand LNG and how it is different from cooking gas or gasoline, the CEO and President